Coming up next, dual champion Rod the Bod Whitley in a champions duel, accompanied by world champion American Supreme Matt Clark as he faces Rage television champion T-Dog Tomasio.
This next match is a non-title champions duel, scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle, along with world heavyweight champion Matt Clark from Pembroke, North Carolina, weighing 265 pounds, the Southwestern States champion, and one half of the television tag team champions, Rod the Bod Whitley.
Rod Whitley, one of the many people in line to face the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos, and Rod Whitley would love to be a Triple Crown champion once again, but then so would his cousin Matt Clark, who's the very first in line. Wonder if that's creating any conflict between them.
Actually, it's not. They're cousins. They respect each other. You know, they handle their business. And if Matt happens to defeat the Mexican monolith, Warlord Santos, then Rod Whitley's going to be okay with that.
Certainly the mutual respect between these two cousins, once hated enemies, has certainly changed the landscape between the Southern gentlemen.
Those two have been very successful, but have kept themselves very understated. But from what I hear, Matt and Rod are about to step back into the forefront like they used to be.
His opponent, along with MJ Ferrantino, from parts unknown, weighing 245 pounds, Rage television champion T-Dog Tomasio.
The Dogster, along with MJ Ferrantino, the Rage television champion, who has not relinquished the title so far, and it doesn't look like he's going to anytime soon. Incidentally, Christy, what's this about the Southern gentlemen stepping back into the forefront?
They met with both general managers a few weeks ago, and it seems like the Southern gentlemen are about to come back big time. Wonder what it's all about. Any clues, Myron?
I could tell you, but I'm not allowed to. Both general managers have sworn me to secrecy. I can't say a word about it.
Another touch of intrigue as we draw closer to the end of the Sweet Revenge Summer Tour. And well, now you've definitely piqued my interest, Myron. I'm wondering too what the Southern gentlemen have in mind.
All I'm legally or morally allowed to say is yes, they are going to be stepping back into the forefront. But right now, it's all about T-Dog and Rod Whitley.
Right you are, and it's going to make for a hell of a champions duel. Here we go. Tom Kanamura sounds the bell. Whitley charges, fails to connect with the jumping neckbreaker. T-Dog rounds him up, gets a hold of him, goes behind, rear waistlock, takes him down to the canvas. T-Dog with a couple of stomps to Rod Whitley. Whitley counters with a dragon screw, takes T-Dog Tomasio down to the mat. Rod Whitley, perhaps being a little bit too forceful. T-Dog Tomasio catches a kick from Rod Whitley. Whitley gets a hold of the trunks, has him up, slams him right back down across his back, follows it up with a stomp to the face. Rod Whitley drives a knee into the side of the head of the Rage television champion. Whitley taking himself topside pretty early here. Here we go. Elbow drop right across the chest. Whitley again covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2, but no. T-Dog Tomasio kicking out at about 2. Whitley moves right back in on him. Whips him to the ropes, delivers an elbow to the face. T-Dog quickly back up again. Whitley fails to connect with a full shoulder tackle. T-Dog Tomasio with a quick counter into an inverted DDT. The Dogster drops the fist on the head of Rod the Bod Whitley. And another. T-Dog Tomasio trying to maintain momentum here against Rod Whitley. A jab, a chop, another chop, a third chop. And whoa, did you see that? Whoa! Man, T-Dog Tomasio certainly showing off this evening. The Dogster makes his way all the way up to the top turnbuckle in the far left corner, waiting for Rod the Bod Whitley to stand up. And here it goes. A chop right across the top of the dome for Rod Whitley. Tomasio whips him to the ropes. Whitley puts on the brakes. Fails to connect with the jumping neckbreaker again. T-Dog Tomasio Gonna capitalize on the mistake. There's a kick to the midsection. Whitley gets a hold of him, has him up in a front cradle, walks him out, way up to the far left corner, smashes his back into the turnbuckle and spins him out center ring. Whitley, shoved away by T-Dog Tomasio, quickly back up on his feet. Gets a hold of Rod Whitley. Tries for the drop toe hold and doesn't get it. Whitley, exploiting the error, goes behind on T-Dog, slams him down. The Dogster rolls back up, fails to connect with the dropkick. Rod Whitley drives a knee into the head of T-Dog Tomasio. Here's a stomp to the midsection as Rod Whitley quickly tries to turn things around here. The Dogster with an elbow to the midsection and a running jump that slams Whitley down to the mat. T-Dog Tomasio again doing quite a bit of showing off here. Here's a hard right from the Dogster. MJ Ferrantino looking on. Here's a hard right that spins Whitley around into a sleeper hold. And Rod Whitley could be in some trouble right here. The Dogster not letting go. There's a jawbreaker that disengages the hold. Whitley back up on his feet. The Dogster gets a hold of him. Nice arm drag. Whitley steps to the outside for a breather, but isn't going to get one. T-Dog Tomasio going right out after him. They lock up. Whitley with the upper hand here. Front cradle. Into a fall-away slam. Finally, Rod Whitley connects with that jumping neckbreaker on the outside as the referee counts. T-Dog locks him up, rolls him back inside the ring, and here comes the Dogster. Whitley back up on his feet, nails him with a clothesline. Tomasio with a shot to the midsection to Rod Whitley. Whitley with a knee to the midsection, a hard right, a left, and a throat chop that stuns Tomasio. Whitley has him up. Oh man, whoa, fly swatter. And down he goes. Rod Whitley covers, hooks the leg again. One. But only a one this time. T-Dog Tomasio powering out very quickly. Whitley misses with the overhand right. Gets a hold of the Dogster, has him up, but whoa, mumbo jumbo. T-Dog Tomasio countering that one quickly, goes behind on Whitley. Atomic drop right to the keister. T-Dog Tomasio catches a right from Whitley. Whitley has him up. Military press, the power of Rod the Bod Whitley, and just drops him like a sack of spuds. Tomasio rounded up. There's a kick to the midsection. And a rolling double arm suplex, followed up with a second. And holy smokes, look at this, a third one. Face first into the canvas goes the Dogster. Rod Whitley with a devastating series of moves, covers. 1, 2, 3, and this one is all over. Rod the Bod Whitley picking up a win over T-Dog Tomasio by pinfall.
Here's the time, 9 minutes and 49 seconds. And your winner, Rod the Bod Whitley.
A loss for T-Dog Tomasio, but nonetheless, the Rage Television title staying exactly where it is, around T-Dog's waist, but a big win for Rod the Bod Whitley, the Legal Eagle, coming up with a pinfall win over the Rage Television champion.
But I wouldn't worry too much. The Dogster will bounce back. It's one loss. It's a non-title thing. And losing to Rod the Bod Whitley, well, that happens sometimes to everybody.
All right, our main event with Macho Man Randy Savage when we return.